Hi, I'm Ray Loy. I'm the ALCF lead for training, and we have a large group of people who have organized this event for you. Normally at the beginning, we would just go around the room and point out a few folks that help make this possible, that you'll be interacting with during the workshop. But since we're not in the room, I have pasted pictures of some of the people. By far, this is not everyone who's helping out, but let me just call out Yasemin Gadar is online. She also works with planning ALCF training events, and then the committee for organizing the content has been Filippo, Nevin, and Yuri. And then there are a number of other people. Kathy Gorgon is our lead event admin, and Jerry Nepper is assisting her. And there are, of course, other admins and many other people helping out. Chris Knight and James Osborne are the leads in the Catalyst group. And for user accounts, Avanti Mantrala, otherwise known as Lalitha, she's speaking at the workshop, but a member of her team, Clary, is actually helping out with account problems. So I'll tell you more about where to get help. So I could not locate a picture of Clary. Apologies to Clary. These slides are posted in the slides channel, along with others that have been made available by the presenter so far. So you can download them to your laptop and reference them as the talks go on. And the agenda is on the workshop website, so there's a link here. So if you download these slides and open it up in a PDF, you can just click the link if you don't have that bookmarked already. If you're hearing me, you're on the Zoom, so that's good. But if you're not in the Slack space, you need to get connected right away, because discussion on the Slack is integral to the experience here, since we're not in person and we can't just walk over to your table and have a chat. In order to kind of help people to benefit from the discussion and have it more organized, we're only using Slack, and the chat has been disabled in the Zoom. So go right over to any general comments, of things, problems, or sort of general questions. Feel free to just post right in the general channel. After the talk, usually discussion on that topic will move to the channel for that particular topic, so that people can refer back to it. So you'll see, when you look in the Slack, a variety of channels that you've been subscribed to. So just a note, after my talk, we'll have 3 parallel sessions going on. And you'll need to use the breakout room so we'll be having in the main room, where you are here right now, an overview of the workshop of getting started on Theta and Theta GPU. Now, for those of you who have already used these 2 machines, you probably aren't as interested in that material, because that material is for helping you get started. So I would suggest that instead you choose to join one of the breakouts, either the one on HPC Toolkit or the one on Tau. And the way you would do that is going to the bottom of your Zoom window and clicking on breakout rooms, and then you'll see the list of the breakout rooms. Oops. And you'll see the number of people in each room, the zeros here. When you hover your pointer over the number, it will change to the word join, and then you can click that and you'll move to that breakout room. Okay, if you have never used Zoom breakout rooms, that's the the one tricky thing is that you need to see the join button, you need to hover over the number. And then when you're done, or you want to move to a different breakout room, you can choose leave breakout room, right? Don't choose leave meeting, because that will kick you out of the entire Zoom meeting for the workshop. You, of course, since you're not the host, you won't have the option to end the meeting for all, but you generally want to just leave the breakout room and not leave the meeting. Okay, so here are some links to our online docs for Theta GPU, and we don't plan on using Cooley, but just in case you are already a Cooley user and you need to reference something, the link is there. Many of the code examples that the speakers today are going through, they've put them into the GitHub, so you can access the GitHub at that link. And that link is also pasted into the announcements channel on the Slack. So keep an eye on the announcements channel and things that are pinned there. I have a slide after this that shows a little bit more about that. We have machine reservations, and there's not enough room in the slide to actually give all of the details about it, but the short version is that the project name that you should use is CompPerf Workshop. We have an allocation for the workshop attendees, that, in other words, compute hours that you can use. On Theta, the reservation queue, when we have reserved time, the queue name to submit to is CompPerf Workshop here. Right, this is the name of the queue, and this is the name of the project that you're billing against. Now, on Theta GPU, most of the time during the day, we have all of the nodes set up to serve the queue named single GPU. So you can only submit a single job to this queue. Okay, just be aware of that. You can only have one job running, but this will allow everyone in the class to get something running. You just won't be able to submit, a whole pile of jobs, and you certainly can't have more than one running at a time. During the evening, and also during one of the speaker sessions that does parallel stuff on multiple nodes, there will be nodes in the full node mode, and you would access those using a different queue called full node. Okay, so I said there's not enough room for the details. The details are pasted into the announce channel. So please refer to the announce channels for details. And if you have any questions, just ask in the general channel. And also just a reminder that these are the times, the queues. These are the queues that are to use during the reserve times for the workshop, which are listed in that note. And you should, you're perfectly welcome to use the regular queues that you see in the documentation if they're either the reservation is not in effect at the time, or it's not too big, too big, it's not big enough or something like that. So I was referring to things pinned in the announcements channel. So if you go to the announcements channel, right, you'll see the last couple of announcements. And if you go up here to in the line, it says 5 pinned, right? When you hover there, it says, it has this little box. And when you click that, it'll expand the pinned items to show you this pop-up. So if you're not familiar with Slack, that's where posts that have been pinned as being important to reference, that's where they're easily available. I think I mentioned the slides channel. So as either we get them or the presenters make them available themselves, they'll show up in slides. We'll link them off of the agenda page, but they'll show up in the slides channel first. And then if you need to email us, please use the CompPerf support email address. And you can also talk to us at the help desk Slack channel. There may be, if there are account related problems, Clary can probably deal with them. Some system related problems, we will have to ask you to contact the system admins, and we'll let you know what to do. Just talk to us in Slack. Okay, and so that's the end of my onboarding talk.